walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see, the number 8 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Wisconsin's offense will have the football first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. To the air, it's Edwards. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Badgers will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. So Washington's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
It's complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He's got it on the move. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
When you got a weapon this good at tight end, a quarterback, you've got to look his way, especially in this area of the field, because remember, it's the red zone where these windows are so small. Nice job getting the completion and picking up the first.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
No, not the way that we listen to music, though. So what he would do is
getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
He would take the radio,
and the
right?
extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd.
Feeling the beat he was listening. So I remember one day, I came in the crib, and the nigga wrote on a notepad to me.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return.
He's like, yo,
looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Like, what the fuck is he talking about? He was like, yeah, his video came on, and the nigga just kept saying, you heard?
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And the Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Fires to the tight end. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there. Third down coming up after the completion. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. The Badgers getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it. Runs through the tackle.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll keep it on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Badgers are marching down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense. And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard, but Palmer, that defensive line got in there, and the QB got...
Oh, they blocked the kick. He's got the ball. That one's live.
You know, it's blocked field goals in moments like that that are momentum changers. That could be the difference in this game. What a great individual effort knocking that thing down.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking for a gap. It's Washington. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Wide open spaces. He's at the... And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. A quick pass to the left. At the 35, he's loose. Lots of running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, running back gets the give. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be third and long. To the air, it's Edwards. Catch in the middle, it's Fowler. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you've got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Second down, he'll throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
The give to the lone running back. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Huskies are rolling down the field. Off play action on first down. Looking left. Hauls it in. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's the handoff. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one.
Touchdown, Huskies! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Mississippi State is ahead early in Stark Vegas, but that's not exactly Dak Prescott out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Georgia. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Creates a little space. There he goes. Forced out of bounds right at the 33-yard line. Really good pickup there. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Quickly to the tight end. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on 1st down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught in the backfield, it's Dupree. He stopped just inside his own 40. They'll mark it at the 39. It'll be 4th down. And the Badgers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Boston. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Quarterback making checks. Going to sling it on 2nd down. It's caught downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Here's the give off the left side. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Back to throw, it's McMillan. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
You know, on a 3rd and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it sets up 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. A strike downfield. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wisconsin!
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now is starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd half.
Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's McMillan. Grabbed in the middle, it's Boston. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker, it's Boston. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. And the Huskies want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Boston. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Boston. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Grab near the marker, it's Boston. He's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for Washington. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Time to take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or place some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's head back to a great scene there in Camp Randall.
The Badgers will boot it away to start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Wants to throw, it's McMillan. Fires to the big fella. At midfield, he's got room. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's open on the right. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what gets the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they...
Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. The Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. And the stomping has commenced. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Coastal Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there on the surf turf in Conway, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Georgia State. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. Just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And the Badgers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They bring the punter onto the field now. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Offense working from the pistol. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield, it's McMillan. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Whoa, that linebacker sacked that quarterback, and he was on him quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah, and you see quarterbacks back there pointing and telling the offensive line who to block, and, well, it didn't work, okay? He was not prepared for that. He comes scot-free, and the quarterback pays the consequences for that one.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Handoff to the lone back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires on the move. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Rushes on him. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Here's a big decision for you on offense now. You just gave up a negative play. You lost some momentum down by the goal line, but do you believe your guys can go out and execute right now on 4th down to generate a touchdown? Let's find out.
It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. He might want another play. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Back to pass, it's McMillan. Here's a heat. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
This is so a Jesse Palmer. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in, can't win by enough, gotta look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Pulls it in, it's Dupree. Hey, this running back's got some sweet feet, not only to run, but to get a foot down in bounds.
Got that toe down. The foot was just small enough, Reese, to get that puppy down. But running backs, man, you can do so much with these guys and their speed and their athletic ability and trying to get the ball to them as many ways as you can.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That's reeled in. It's Dupree. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Under fire. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
It's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Pressure coming. Finds the tight end. And they're able to get him on the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Edwards. The short hands, it's Griffin. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Badgers are flying down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
The give to the back. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Badger! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Zings it complete to the right. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Gets it out fast. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. With jet sweep pass. Beck's going for the goal line. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
And I love the defense here, playing downhill, playing fast, understanding it's 3rd and goal. I don't have as much space behind me. I can be more aggressive on that touch pass. They come up, they set the edge, they make the big tackle.
Touchdown, Huskies! And the punishment has been extended. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Coastal Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there on the surf turf in Conway, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Georgia State. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. From the shotgun, the inside give.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Looking for a man. It's Edwards. And they can't make the connection.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get them to...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Great place to start for this offense. The give to the single back. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Washington will snap it in the red zone. Might as well give it to him again. Ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Pulls it, fired complete. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll leave it with him. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Finds a man on the right. There he goes. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Oh, they're after him. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap. To throw, it's Edwards. Pocket breaking down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total dominance.